Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm Tommy Brack, and today we're going to learn how to change the oil on a Honda NC700X. Stay tuned. Things you'll need for this how-to is a foot-pounds torque wrench, your normal 3/8 or 1/4-inch drive ratchet, about 4 inches in extensions, a 17mm socket, a 13mm socket, a 12mm socket, a funnel, and of course, an oil drain pan. So for our oil today, we're using Honda GN4 10W30 oil. Any of your preferred motorcycle oil will work as long as it's 10W30 and it's JSO rated. And we're also using an OEM Honda filter. So the first step in changing the oil on our NC700X is to remove this SW-Motech skid plate. It's really easy. You have 4 13mm bolts. Just go ahead and grab your 13mm ratchet and pull those off. Now as we remove the bottom 2 screws, we want to be sure and support the skid plate so that it doesn't fall. It'll come down slowly as you remove the bolts. There we go, just like that, we remove the skid plate. Our next step is to remove the oil fill cap. We want to do this just so that the oil drains out a little smoother. It doesn't have to come all the way out, just unscrew it and leave it sitting in the hole. So once our oil pan is in place here, our drain pan, we're going to go ahead and remove this 12mm drain plug. When you remove this bolt right here, oil will start coming out of the engine and that's how you drain it. Now when your oil slows down to a drip, go ahead and take a clean paper towel, as well as your drain bolt, and wipe the hole that the oil's coming out of, put your drain bolt back in. It's okay if some more comes out, and make sure you leave some oil on the threads, as well as on the crush washer of the bolt, before you tighten it back down. Don't go too crazy yet, because we do have to torque this. So just go ahead and get it snug, and then take your paper towel again and wipe off the remaining oil on the outside of the case. You want to make sure it's clean. That way we can see if there's any leaks later. Next, we want to make sure and go ahead and torque down our drain plug. It's 22 foot-pounds or 264 inch-pounds, depending on the torque wrench you're using. Next, we want to go ahead and remove our oil filter. Luckily, this K&N filter has a 17mm nut on it. It makes it real easy to take off. If not, you can just go ahead and use an oil filter wrench. Now, oil will drip out of this as you're taking it off. And go ahead and continue to let that drain. Now we're going to go ahead and install our new oil filter. We're going to get some of our new oil and soak the lip of the new filter the gasket, make sure it's nice and wet. Then we're going to take a paper towel and we're going to go ahead and wipe the old oil off the mounting flange of the engine. Then we're just going to take our new filter and go ahead and just screw it right on there. And go ahead and just make it hand tight. This one doesn't have a nut on it, so we can't necessarily torque it to spec. As long as it's hand tight, it will not leak. Now it's time to go ahead and fill the bike with oil. We're going to remove the oil dipstick, get the funnel, place your funnel in there, make sure your funnel's clean. You don't want to introduce dirt into your brand new clean oil. Now, with an oil filter swap, the bike requires 3.6 US quarts of oil. So we don't want to dump our whole entire gallon jug in there because that's 4 quarts. So go ahead and just slowly pour new oil in. Now once we have about half a quart of oil left in our oil jug, we're going to go ahead and remove the funnel from the engine and we're going to check our oil level. So grab your dipstick and just place it in the oil fill hole. Don't screw it in and pull it back out. Your level should be just at the top line. And if that's right, go ahead and screw your dipstick back in. Just has to be hand tight. Don't go crazy with it. Just good and sealed. And we're finished with the fluid part of the servicing. Now before we go ahead and install our SW-Motech Skid Plate, we're going to start up the bike just for a few seconds, just to build oil pressure and make sure there aren't any leaks. Make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area. That should be good enough right there. No leaks. Now we are going to reinstall our skid plate. We're going to start with the bottom 2 bolts. It's exactly the reverse order is how we removed it. And we're just going to get them finger tight for now. Don't want to make them too tight or else you won't be able to get all 4 of them in. It's a lot easier to line up the skid plate when the bolts are just finger tight or just a couple of threads in. Once you have all 4 bolts in, go ahead and snug them down with a ratchet. Once they're all snugged down, go ahead and grab your torque wrench. This one's going to be 17 foot-pounds for all 4. Go ahead and just double check all of them when you're done. I like to triple click. And just like that, our skid plate's back installed. And And that's how easy it is to change the oil on your Honda NC700X. If you found this video useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It'll help me help you. I'm going to post a how-to video every single week. Now go out and enjoy your NC. More importantly, have fun. I'm Tommy Brack, and I'll see you next time.